Now here I am going to explain the next lesson, that is AWT. This AWT stands for Abstract Windows Toolkit. Normally whenever we use Java programming language, then we can develop two types of applications here, CUI applications and GUI applications. What is this CUI? Character User Interface, and this one is Graphical User Interface. See, up to this point, whatever programs we have done in Java, those are inside this Character User Interface. See, we run Java program with the help of command prompt. Suppose test is the name of a Java program. We run like Java test. Suppose that program wants to take something from user. Let two numbers. Then we will get output like this. See, we will run Java program. Let d : some path is there. We will write like Java, then test. Then after pressing enter key, we will get here the messages like enter first number, let this one, and here we will take input from user, suppose 50. Then enter second number, suppose user has entered 70, then here it will display like addition equal to 120. Now this all will get displayed onto the command prompt, okay, and just like a text, means this everything is in the form of text here. This is called as a Character User Interface. Getting? Means whatever programs till now we have done, those comes under this Character User Interface applications. Okay, means here we will run Java program using command prompt. Here again we will run Java program using command prompt, but whatever input we are giving, whatever output this program is displaying, everything is in the form of character. Okay, means in the form of strings, you can say. Means there are no any components, no any objects, like there is a text box, there is a label, like this nothing is there. That is just like plain text. That's why it is Character User Interface. The second one is GUI application. Now here what will be the format of this? Okay, now here suppose we are doing same thing, let program is stored on d : whatever. Now here again suppose name is like test.java, then we'll run that program. First we have to compile it, then we will run like Java test. Then here one window will come. If we develop GUI application, then one window will come, and on that window there is a label here. Label is a component that is used to give message to the user. Okay, now here enter first number. In this way the label will get displayed here colon, and there is a one text box that is called as a text field. Okay, text box will get displayed. Then again second, enter second number, suppose. This one is a label, these are labels, this is a text field. Again one more text field will get displayed. Here suppose addition, this is again label, and here again one text field is there, and here there is a button like add. Now this add button is clickable, we can click on that. Means first we have to input these two values, then we will click on add button, and then here we will get the output displayed. Means here different components or tools are used to get input to display the output. Everything is in a graphical format. That's why this is called as a Graphical User Interface application. Whatever forms you are filling, those forms, like these are just a graphical user interface. Suppose calculator you are using, that is what? That is again in the form of graphical interface. In Java we can develop both. Now how to do this part? We have done this part already. Now how to do this one? For that, this AWT is actually Abstract Windows Toolkit. This toolkit or this AWT is a inbuilt package that is providing different controls, whatever we are using here, like label, text field. This one is a button. Okay, and this one is a container again. Whatever container is there, like frame, you can say window, you can say panel. This is just a container control, and inside that we can put any other controls, and it will show the window like this. And this is possible with the help of this Abstract Windows Toolkit, that is a inbuilt package. Again there are multiple packages, like we have already done programs in that applet. Applet is again showing one window. Okay, then next one is there is a swing, javax.swing package is there, that again we can use for this graphical user interface. This graphical user interface application we can develop in Java with the help of 3 packages. The first one is here java.awt package, then javax.swing. This one is somewhat advanced. Okay, and next one is java.applet is a package. Here A small, applet class, there A capital. Okay, now these 3 are packages, those we can use for graphical user interface. Now any doubts in these differences? This one is a character user interface, this one is a graphical user interface. For character user interface you can just use input output functions like scanner class you can use, buffer reader class you can use for accepting, system.out.println, that statement you can use to display something onto the output screen. That is the CUI, character user interface. For graphical user interface we have to generate that screen. Okay, and to do that we have to use these packages, not all but some of them we have to use as per our requirement. Okay, now this AWT first we have to see, and then after that we will see this swing part. Okay, any doubts in this? For abstract window toolkit. Now see, abstract window toolkit, what is this? There are multiple definitions of this, those I am going to explain. The first one is it is a framework, you can say. It is a framework. It provides environment to prepare GUI applications. Then second point, it is a group of classes and interfaces which are required for desktop application development. Okay, it is a group of classes and interfaces. This AWT is nothing but a AWT package. Okay, package is nothing but a group of classes and interfaces. That is again same thing I am writing here. It is a group of classes and interfaces required for development of desktop applications. It is an API, application programming interface, can be used to prepare Windows applications. Whenever we just talk about this AWT, here we are just talking about Windows application or desktop application. There are basically 2 types of application again, window application and web based application. Here we will only think about desktop applications or Windows, not web applications. Means suppose you want to just display any web form, then web page, and on that you want just display a form like suppose login page is there, or suppose any form that you want to fill. That type of form, web form, you cannot develop with the help of AWT. You can develop only desktop applications or Windows applications. What does it mean? Windows application or desktop means only on that system, on any other system also. There also it will work, but it is not capable of working on the internet. Okay, that is only the difference. Okay, now you can develop Windows application, or you can say it is also called as a desktop application, that you can develop with the help of abstract Windows toolkit. This package supports only this. Okay, now it is a framework. Framework means it is a just group of multiple classes, interfaces, means it is just providing everything whatever needed for development of GUI application. Means here you can use that framework for developing GUI application. Again you can say that it is a classes and interfaces collection. Okay, required for again same thing to develop desktop application. It is an API, you can say application programming interface, means that will provide us the features whatever required for development of Windows application. You can write anything from this, you can write all these points. Okay, that is nothing but abstract Windows toolkit. Now why it is called as a toolkit? Because it is providing a kit which is having internally multiple tools for development of Windows application. Getting? For development of Windows application. That's it. The main thing is here we have to see the number of classes, class hierarchy. All classes are derived from object class. That's why that is a base class always, that is object. From that object class, component class is derived. We have already seen this hierarchy while learning applet. Okay, the same hierarchy, but some other classes also we have to include here. Object class from that component class has been derived. From that component class, multiple classes are derived. See, we have seen that container class is derived from this component. In the same way, there are multiple classes derived from this component again. See, the first one is, you can say that whatever we have used inside that GUI application, the first one is label. The next one is text field. The next one is button. These are classes, that's why first character should be capital everywhere. The next one is text area. Text area means suppose you want to fetch address from user. Then address is, this text field is capable of holding only text of minimum length. Means suppose you want to enter name of a student. String you can enter in this text field, that is only one single line text. Okay, if you want to enter text in multi-line, then text area will be used. Okay, the next one is checkbox. Choice is there, list is there. Choice means drop down list. See, drop down means like this. Suppose you want to yes, there are multiple options here. From that you can select only one option. That is nothing but choice. That type of component you can also add inside that graphical user interface. There are multiple components, all I am not giving here. Then one more is there. See, list. List means it will just display list like this. Suppose here hobbies. In this way the label is there. And suppose you want to just display number of hobbies, like suppose playing, then watching TV. Then next one is suppose yes, reading books. Reading book nowadays it is not hobby of no one is reading books. Okay, that is actually very much required hobby nowadays. Now suppose there is a list of multiple hobbies and from that you want to select multiple options, then you can use this list control. Okay, there are multiple controls again, but I am not writing all. We will see those one by one while learning actual GUI application. One by one we have to see all these classes. Now the next one is here multiple classes are there. Then again there is one more component is again deriving one more class, that is container class. Here, see, here I am writing actually these all are derived classes from this component class. Getting? These all are derived classes from this component class. Then from container multiple classes are derived again. See, these are direct derived classes from component. This container is again direct derived class of this component. Again from that container multiple classes are derived. Those are nothing but, see, container is a very much important part of GUI application. Container is container is again a component that can hold other components in it. Like frame is there, window is there, panel is there. These are just like containers, and inside that we have to put other components. Getting? Now these all are components and those we can place inside a container. Getting? Now what are the containers? The first one is frame class is there. That is a container. Frame. Then next one is window. Window is also there. Then panel. And then here there is a canvas class. We will not use all, but these all are mainly mostly used classes. There are other containers also available, but we will see only frame from that. Okay, see, this is nothing but a class hierarchy, whatever provided by Abstract Window Toolkit. This is a package. Okay, inside that these all classes are present. Again some interfaces are present, like there is a action listener interface that we have to use for event handling. Suppose button is clicked, then what is to be done? For that we have to implement that action listener interface. Inside that action performed method is there, that we have to just write code inside that. Everything we will do step by step, but here just consider these all are components that we have to place inside containers. First, how to create frame, that part only I am going to explain here. Okay, any doubts in this?
No.
Easy? Frame is a class which is derived from, first one is object class, from component class is derived, from that component container class is derived, from that container frame class is derived. Getting the class hierarchy, whatever we have seen just now. First object class is there, from that component, from that component container, from that container frame. Okay, that is the hierarchy for this frame class. This is present inside java.awt package. Okay, means if you want to use frame inside your program, then first you have to import java.awt.star. Okay, now here what is frame? Frame is a inbuilt class. It is having multiple constructors. See, every class is having constructor. If you want to create object of that class, then compulsory you must know the constructors. The first constructor is a default constructor. First one is a default constructor. How? Like public class name. Class name is a name of constructor always. Okay, and here we are not passing anything. This one is a default constructor. It will just create an empty frame. Nothing inside that. Again, it will not have, that frame will not have title again. Nothing. Size is again 0 by 0. Means height and width is 0 by 0. Invisible. Whenever you will create frame like this, then it is normally invisible. We have to call that set visible method to show the frame. Okay. Now this one is first and second one. Here it will just we can use this constructor to just create one frame object. Okay, and second constructor is like this, public frame, and here we can pass one string argument, string title. This one is a second constructor we can directly use while creation of object. Now public frame string type. Every window is having a title bar. You suppose you have opened any notepad. Inside that notepad there is a title bar always. On that title bar, if you want to show any title, then that title you can pass here. Frame is just like a window. Okay, and that frame can have title bar. If you are not passing anything, that title bar will be blank. If you are passing title, then that title will get displayed on that frame whenever it will get displayed. Getting? Only these two constructors are present. Okay, inside that frame class. Now multiple methods are present. Those methods we have to see now. The instance methods are these. Instance method means for that we have to create object first, and object dot we can call. Whenever we will create any frame object, then initially it is invisible. We can use two methods to show the frame. The first one is public void show. But nowadays, means in the latest versions, this show method is not used. Okay, actually this is the method which was present in old versions. Nowadays it is not used. It can be only used to show the frame. But suppose you want to hide the frame, there is no any other method. Okay, means hide method is not there. You can use show method to only show the frame. Okay, now the next one is frame. Means suppose you have created any frame object, let f. Then you have to call this show method using f.show. Okay, the second method is set visible. Okay, set visible is to just show the frame again. It's initially invisible whenever we create object of that frame class. Now you want to just show that frame. Actually we have to show, compulsory show the frame, and to show the frame we can use second method, that is set visible, and it is always preferred. Now what is the prototype? Like this, public void set, from that s is small, visible v is capital, set visible, and inside that you have to pass boolean value, either true or false. It will take one boolean argument. Whenever you pass true value for this method, that frame will be visible, and whenever you will set false value, then frame will get invisible. That's it. The next method is set size. To set width and height of that frame, you can use set size method. Again, public void set s small, s capital, here set size, and here first we have to pass width, and then next one is height. Both are integer arguments. Whenever we are just considering any plane, there are x and y axis. Okay, this one is always x axis, this one is a y axis. Normally whenever we are just doing any geometry like this, then we will consider this part. Always we will prefer this part. Means this one is positive, this one is positive, then we will consider this part of this plane. Okay, it is x-axis, this one is y-axis. But whenever we are considering graphical user interface, means we are developing any application with the help of graphical user interface, with the help of these multiple packages provided by Java, then we have to consider this part always. Okay, means we already seen this, means we have to consider this point as a 0, 0. And this one is a x-axis and this one is a y-axis, and according to that you have to consider dimensions. Suppose I want to display the frame having 500 pixels width and 500 pixels height. Then here see this part, here it is 0, here there somewhere there may be a 500. Okay, and here there may be a 500. Then it will just display the frame like this. Okay, means here we have to pass this one is a width as a 500. That is nothing but dimension on x-axis. No need to pass like 500 and 0. No need to pass like that, because it is taking only 2 arguments, that is height and width. Suppose you are considering screen. Consider this is a screen. Okay, and this point is 0, 0. Always we consider only positive. Okay, always we consider only positive. Means this is positive, this is again positive part. Getting? Whatever top of that screen, that is the x-axis. And right left side of that screen is a y-axis. In this way you have to think while using these methods. Okay, see the set size, here we have to set size of that frame. Okay, if you want to set size of that frame, initially the size is 0 width, 0 height. Okay, using set size method you can set size of that frame in the form of width and height. You have to pass the arguments. Initially the background color of that frame is of white color, somewhat off white. Okay, now you want to set suppose background color, then there is one method to set background, set background. Okay, like public void set background. Now see, here we have to pass one object of color class. See, this color is an inbuilt class which is present in java.awt package. That package is having graphics class, in the same way it is having color class, and that color class is having multiple constants, predefined constants like green, red, yellow. Those you can directly use. Those are predefined constants, and those are not instance variables, those are static variables. Constant means final static. Okay, final static is again a constant. Suppose you want to just set background of that frame as a red, then how you can use this set background method? Like this, simple set background, that f is suppose object of that frame class, then f dot set background, and here you have to pass color dot green. This green may be capital or small, you can use anything, but this C should be capital. Here it is a class name. Okay, color dot green means it is the fixed, green is a fixed value, fixed constant which is already declared inside that color class that you can directly fetch. Okay, it is just like a enumerated data type. That is internally enumerated data type. Okay, and all are inside enumerated data type, all the variables are of type static final, means constants. Okay, those are internally, those may have any values associated with that. According to that, this set background will work. But we can pass directly like color dot green, color dot red, color dot yellow in this way. Okay. One more method is there. See, you can set title of that frame with the help of constructor while creation of frame. And suppose you have created frame using this default constructor, then you can again just set title of that frame with the help of set title method. Simple. Fifth one is set title. And argument is of type string, of course. Using these methods and this constructor, we will develop one application to create a frame. Okay. Whenever you want to create any frame with the help of AWT, we have to just first import that AWT package, like import java.awt.star. Here we will create one class directly, suppose test class, and inside that normally we write public static void main string args. Now here we will create one object of that frame class. Already we have imported java.awt package, we can directly create object of frame class here. Okay, now how to create object? Simple, class name is frame, let f equal to new frame, that's it. Here if you want to pass title, you can pass in double quotes. Okay. Now here suppose I am passing my frame. That's it. Now next we can set dimension of that frame. We can say set background color of that frame. Everything we have to set one by calling different methods present in this frame class. How? Simple. F dot first we will set size of that frame, like set size. Here suppose I want to set size like 500 by 500. Okay. Next one is F dot set background color. I want to set background. Here S is small, first S is small, and in this size S is capital. Here set S is small, B is capital. Here you have to pass like color dot let red, any value you can pass. Set title F dot, yes, we have already given title. What is remaining? Only visible. Now we have to write like F dot set V capital visible in bracket true. No. If you see initially, whenever you will create object of that frame class, frame is invisible. If you want to show that frame, compulsory you have to call set visible method. It is compulsory always. Okay. Set visible we have to pass true. That's it. This is the program only. Just save this program using test.java, compile this, execute it, you will get frame displayed onto the output screen. One more way. See, simple, this approach is never used. We can create using this approach, but this approach is never used. We have to create a class which extends frame class. That type of approach, just like applet. We have created class and that will extend that applet class, and inside that paint method we are writing the same approach we have to use here while creation of frame again. Okay, how to do that? Simple, we have to write extends frame. Here we will give name my frame. See, here first we have to write constructor for this class. Okay, constructor how to write? Simple, my frame in this way. Now see, for this frame I have to call all the methods like set visible, set background, set size, everything. For that we have to use like this dot. See, whenever we will create object of this my frame class, then automatically this constructor will be called for that object. And object, calling object we can refer using this keyword. That's why I am using here this. Because here we are not creating explicitly object of frame class. Inside main method we will create object of frame class, and that whenever we will create object, automatically constructor will be called. And we are not going to create object of frame, we are going to create object of this my frame class. Whenever my frame class object is created inside main, automatically this method will be called, because this is a constructor. Constructor, inside constructor, how to refer that calling object, means create whatever object is going to be created, that object how we can refer using this, because that object size I have to set. Now this dot set visible true. Then next this dot set size. There is no any sequence that you should follow while calling. There is no any restriction on the sequence. Any sequence you can follow. Okay, set size, let 500 500. Width and height. Then this dot set background color dot let red. Set title. Set title. Yes, C is capital. Set title, let my frame. That's it. This is just a constructor. Okay. And now see inside one more class we have to create now, class test, and here we have to create object of this my frame. Okay. Initially we were creating object of frame class directly inside main. Here we have to create object of my frame. Simple public static void main string, and here we will create object of my frame. Simple my frame f equal to new my frame. Automatically everything will happen. Now see, while learning that applet, we have seen applet is having internally which method? Paint method. Actually paint method is present inside but which class? Component class. Paint method is already present inside component, that came inside applet automatically by deriving. Okay, the same paint method we can use here inside this frame class also, because this is again derived from component. Okay, now see that paint method we can override here again. Suppose on that frame you want to just display anything, like oval you want to just display, you want to just display any string, then the same paint method here after this myFrame constructor you can write that paint method again, public void paint. And for that paint method you have to pass one object of graphics class like G suppose, then just write simple whatever we have seen in applet, the same paint method you can copy paste here after this constructor. Then that message, suppose you have called like G.drawString, then that message will get displayed onto that frame. Getting? Just try it. Then here see, if you want to set foreground color, that is again possible, text color. Okay, set foreground, set background means back color, foreground means text color. Okay, that also you can do. Just try that paint method also in this program. Any doubts, then you can ask me in the next session. Okay, that's it about frame class. In the next session we will see the remaining part.